Welcome to my third lesson. And in this lesson, I want us to look at how we identify the value of an idea in an idea. I want us to look at how you identify the benefit that people can buy from your idea. Remember, we have generated our business idea, and now we want to know what people can be able to put their money in, what people can buy from that idea. And in this case, we use what we call the value proposition canvas. We use what we call the value proposition canvas. And the value proposition canvas has two categories or two elements. You have the customer element and also the product that you are developing for the customer. So the circular part of the value proposition is the customer. And on the other side, the rectangular one is the product that you are going to develop for the customer. So you have the customer segment and you have the product segment on this other side. Now, on the customer segment, we have the task that the customer wants to be done for him or her. You have the gains that the customer is going to get from your solution. And you have the pains that the customers are going through, and that is why they are looking for a solution. So here you have the solution or the problem that the customer wants to be solved for him. Here you have the problems or the challenges that the customer is going through, especially with the product that is already there in the market. And here you have the gains that the customer anticipates or he is looking for or she is looking for from the solution that you are offering. Take an example, we have our job here. So our job is to help the customer to transfer his money or her money from one point to another conveniently. The pains that the customer has is that the customer must walk long distance for them to be able to look for the banking sector or the bank that they can use to transfer the money. When they get to that bank, they have to line up there. They are also supposed to fill some forms there so that they can be able to transfer the money. So those are some of the pains that the customer are going through. They are losing their energy, they are wasting their time, and therefore the customer is looking for a system or a solution that is going to help him to be that is more convenient for them. They want a system or a product that is going to help them to save their energy and also save their time. So that is a problem the customer is having. And therefore, the solution that you need to come up with must be a pain reliever to the customer and also a gain creator to the customer, because the customer is looking for a solution that he can gain or she can gain from. And therefore, when you come to the product has what we refer to as the pain reliever, and they also have the gain creator for the customer. The product that you come up with must solve the problems that I've talked about for the customer. The product must solve the problems that I've talked about for the customer. And therefore, your solution must be a gain creator to the customer. Your solution must be a pain reliever to the customer. Now, take an example. The solution that was brought in was M-Pesa. How did M-Pesa do what we call relieve the pain from the customer? Now, what happened is that with M-Pesa, the customer now would be able to transfer his or her money conveniently, and therefore their energy was saved and also their time was saved. The customer also gained from the solution because even the cost of the transfer went down. So those are some of the gains the customer had from the product that was developed, from the product that was developed and implemented into the market. Take an example of Uber. What is the problem? The problem is that when the customer wants to move from one point to another conveniently, he must, one, know the driver of the car that he is going to call, or he has to walk distances trying to look for somebody who has a taxi. Those were some of the pains that the customers were going through. And therefore, the gains that the customers were looking for was, one, that they needed a system that was cheap. They needed that system that was more convenient for them to be able to get the taxis. And therefore, The solution that was given was Uber here, and Uber brought about the convenience, that is pain reliever, and also a gain creator on how much the customer should pay for the product that was brought into the market. So what it means, therefore, is that if you want to identify the value of what people can buy from your solution, then you must actually, first of all, understand the problems that people are going through or the pains that people are going through, and the kind of the solutions that they are looking for, so that the product that you are going to create will be a pain reliever to the customer. It will relieve the pains that they have, and they will also gain from the product. It will be a gain creator. And therefore, when you release that product into the market, what is going to happen is that the customer is going to buy the product basically because the product is solving their problems. Take another example. Why did the supermarkets decide to go to the estates? Because of the pains the customers had with the small shops, especially when it comes to buying products, many products, and also the pains they had with the prices that were being offered by those small shops. And therefore, they were looking to gain from these supermarkets by being able to buy the goods and services at all together, all the products together, all at the same shop, and also trying to save some few monies because they can be able to compare the prices. So the gain creator, the product that was developed, or the situation where now the supermarkets which offered those products went nearer to the customers so that they can be able to relieve their pains in the estate and also help them to gain so that they do not also travel long distances, especially when they want to compare their goods and services, the goods and services that they are looking for. So that is how you identify the value. Remember, the customers do not buy products, customers buy value, and therefore, when you develop a product, you are developing a product. One of the questions that you need to ask yourself or to answer is, what is the benefit of my product to the customer? So value is a benefit. The customers are going to buy benefits. The customers are going to buy value. The customers are going to buy utility. The customers do not just buy product. Therefore, please always ask yourself, what value am I selling to the customer? What is this thing that I'm bringing to the customer that is solving their problem? So thank you very much for being with me in this class. I hope that you're going to join me in the other lesson where I'll be talking about the customer development. So thank you very much.